You may think I'm crazy, but I am going to be going all natural for baby number 3. Hey everybody, it's Megan and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you guys what my birth plan is for our third baby. If you're brand new and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I am currently 34, almost like 34 and a half weeks pregnant with our third baby, our rainbow baby, our third little boy. I have a 4.5-year-old boy named Liam and a 2.5-year-old boy named Nolan. And yes, I have done this before. Both of their stories, their birth stories will be down below because they're both very, very different. And my birth plan was very different for each of them because I was a new mom with Liam, and then I had no choice with Nolan. If you go watch his story, you'll know what I'm talking about. He came fast and furious, so I had really no choice with him. But I did still come up with a birth plan for both of my boys. And sure enough, I have come up with a birth plan for this little boy as well. I believe that birth plans are very, very important to have an idea of what's going to happen, especially for brand new first-time parents. Now, this is something that you might want to do with your partner. My husband is involved, but not super duper involved on every little tiny thing. He kind of just goes, especially with birth, it's what I want because I'm the one doing it. So it was something that I just came up with what feels comfortable for me. Since I have done it before, I kind of know what is in store. But when you are a first-time parent, you have absolutely no idea usually. And so a birth plan is really good because it if you print something out, you can go on Google, you can go on Pinterest, so many different options, and it makes you fill out paperwork, and that way you kind of get an understanding, oh, that's going to happen. Oh, they're going to ask me about this. There is so much that happens, at least at a hospital birth, from my experience, that the first time around I was like, what? Wait, what? What's this? What's that? So it's very good to go and just see what a birth plan maybe looks like. There's so many different options. I will leave links down below to some that I have found, or you can go follow me on Pinterest, and I will put some on there that I have personally used. So yes, go on Google, follow links, and it's like a little sheet that you fill out. They're all different. So this one says before delivery, and you're gonna answer some of the questions. After delivery, you're gonna answer those questions. And this is really good to take in your hospital bag so that if something happens, you can say, if you're in so much pain or something, you can say birth plan bag, and someone can get it for you. That way it's written down. You also can write it yourself, just what you want, what you don't want. If an emergency happens, who they should contact, what should happen. If maybe baby is taken away from mom, or who you want to go with baby, because maybe you won't be conscious or you won't be aware of what's happening. And then that way it's written down. Doctors, nurses, everybody can just see it and go with what you wrote down. Now that is the idea. Now if there's emergencies, they might just whisk baby away. Hopefully you don't have to deal with that, but being at a hospital, at least you are prepared for that. Now for birth centers and for at-home births, I think a birth plan is still necessary so that you understand, so your midwives understand, anybody that's going to be there with you understands what you want, what you don't want, cut and dry. And I believe that you would probably go over this with your midwife. You probably won't go over this with your doctor unless you have a very hands-on doctor. But I have a feeling birth centers, they talk to you what you want. And then at home births, obviously your midwife, you can talk to her about what it is that you want, what you don't want. So yes, that is why I think birth plans are very necessary. I'll give you a little example. They ask you in a hospital, they ask you, do you want the medications for the baby after delivery? So as a first-time mom, I'd be like, what? So it's a vitamin K shot, and the antibacterial eye ointment, and the Hep B vaccine. So these are things that they give to the baby almost right away if you consent to it. You don't have to, but if it's something that you want. Also, they offer Pitocin if, say, your placenta is not coming quick enough and they want it to come out so that you can, your uterus can clamp down, you can be healthy, all that kind of stuff. So they can shoot you up with Pitocin, and it helps. So you can say yes to that and no to that. And it's just good to have an idea of those type of things that are they take you by surprise when you're about to have a baby. You think, oh, I just pushed it out, I'm good to go, everything is all good, he's healthy, I'm good. but there's a lot that goes on in a hospital. So now on to my birth plan for baby number 3. So I had a hospital birth with both boys. My first boy was induced. My second boy came on his own in 2 hours. I delivered sitting on my phone with my shirt on, all that kind of stuff. So this one, we're not sure what's going to happen. I could go 20 hours. I could go another 2 hours. It just, who knows? But my plan is a hospital all-natural birth. Now, I did have an epidural with my first, so me saying that I want all-natural is not judging anybody. Nothing that I say is trying to judge, trying to persuade, nothing. So I really don't want anybody to be offended by anything that I say. If you are, I'm really sorry. That is not what I'm trying to get at. I have had 2 completely opposite births, and I just know what my body handles and what my body can do. And so an epidural is not something that I enjoy. I do not like getting it. I do not like the effects of it. And it didn't really work. And maybe that's why I don't like it, because of the bad effects that I had from it. However, I know my body can do it without it. And it actually does it faster without it. So my plan is to go to my hospital. Now, I don't know if my doctor will deliver my baby. I've never had my doctor deliver one of my babies. It's always been whoever's there, whoever's on call, because my babies do come early. So we're planning on early. We're planning on my doctor not delivering, planning on hopefully getting to the hospital in time, and planning no epidural. Now, along with no epidural, I don't want any Pitocin. Like, I will try to avoid Pitocin at all costs, even if I have to be induced. Now, I'm totally fine with being induced as long as it's right by my due date, unless there's medical reasons, obviously, but so far he's healthy. So I'm going to wait until my due date, which is September 4th. So either September 3rd, September 4th, like right around that. Because it is Labor Day. So I don't know what the whole criteria for that. It's because it's a holiday. So at least in America, it's a holiday and we do celebrate it, and lots of places are closed. So I don't know what goes on at the hospital with that. So if I need to be induced, it will be then. I will not go over my due date because my boys have been big. So I'm kind of scared that this one might be even bigger, and I really want to avoid a C-section as much as possible. So the induction process can be different. There's so many different ways. I'm okay with medication to like ripen my cervix, but I really don't want Pitocin. I hate Pitocin. It's a very strong word, but I hate Pitocin. So if I can avoid it, that is the plan. Now, when it comes to pain management, I went 2 hours all natural, pushed out him all natural, and he was a 10-pound baby. So I know that my body can handle it. Yes, it was only 2 hours of pain, so if this one is fast, totally can handle it. Now, if I were someone that went for days of going through labor and having the pain, then I might give in to an epidural. However, that really is my last resort, because my body just does not handle medication very well. I had a very bad recovery with Liam, and my recovery with Nolan was easy peasy. Now, when it comes to after delivery, medication-wise, I'm fine with anything because they don't really give you too much to get ibuprofen. I bled a lot with Nolan, so my doctors know about that. So if I hemorrhage again, there is medication that they have to give me to kind of stop the bleeding, and I'm okay with that because I recovered fine from that. It's the medication that they give me while I'm laboring that I don't really recover well from. So I take ibuprofen after, and that's usually about the strongest that I do is ibuprofen. Tylenol does nothing for me, nothing at all. So ibuprofen definitely works after. Another good thing that's on the birth plan is who you want in the room. I highly suggest figuring out who you want in the room. Make it very clear to these people, or to the people that you don't want in the room. And I mean, you can flat out tell them, no, it is totally okay. With my first, there was like so many people in the room because it was 20 hours of labor. And then even right after, there were so many people in the room. It was all family, so I was fine with it. But it was really nice the second time that it kind of was slow progression of people came. And that was kind of nice. So that's the plan this time. It's kind of a slow progression Honestly, I don't think people are going to make it in time to see him when he's born. They'll have to come after. Kind of nice to have that one-on-one time or with your partner and the baby. And so my plan is to have my husband in the room. My husband cuts the cord. I pretty much have pulled both of my babies completely out. I just stick my hands down there and I grab them and I pull them up. It's a weird feeling that just comes over. It's a natural feeling. First time I did it with Liam, my husband was kind of taken aback, and I was too. I thought they're all messy, you can go clean them up. It's like, no, I want that baby on me. So I do skin to skin for an hour, at least an hour right after they're born. I nurse right away. I'm totally fine with supplementing and having passies and that kind of stuff after. However, I nurse right away, and it worked so well with Nolan. I didn't get that with Liam, and I really regret it. So I do the golden hour. I have that written down in my birth plan. I try to have everything calm. That was really hard last time because he came so fast, but I like everything to be calm. So it was really nice after Nolan was born, even with the bleeding, everyone was really calm. So I really like that. That is something that I highly suggest. If you're able to kind of just make everyone chill, it makes you more chill. So the whole, when they're yelling you, push, that drives me crazy. So I remember the first time I was like, I don't want any of that. And the nurse was like, I'm sorry, I just get so excited. Like, I understand, but let's just chill. Like, everybody, let's just chill. They're going to come out. Like, don't worry, I'm going to push them out. We can all just chill. And it just made for a much better experience. So an overall recap, birth plans. Go on to Google, Pinterest. I will leave links down below. Print yourself out at least like a worksheet. There are ones that you can actually fill out, and keep it with you in your hospital bag, because it is very nice to just have everything written down, especially if you're in pain and you just can't remember anything. Really nice to have it written down. And it's also nice to have contacts on there if people need to be called and all of that kind of stuff. So make sure to go check those out. My birth plan is hospital, natural, as much as possible, golden hour, healthy baby, healthy mama, and it could all change, but we're trying to avoid C-section, keep it as natural as possible, but in the hospital, just in case anything goes wrong. And we'll see if we even make it to the hospital. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Leave me any questions that you have down in the comment section. I will answer anybody's question. If you want like a Q&A, if I get enough questions, maybe I'll do one of those. You can also go follow me on Instagram. I do stories, and I'm going to be keeping you posted on Little Man. And yeah, he's going to be here really, really soon. So got my birth plan. Next, I got to think about packing my hospital bag. If you haven't seen my most recent pregnancy update, make sure to go watch that. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hit that subscribe button, leave me that comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.